Because we don't often see in market anymore just a plain colour in a hard body lure, do we? Just a green from head to toe.
Yeah, and I
Or,
think there's two reasons, and they're not really related. One, you've got to catch a fisho before you catch a fish,
yes,
and
exactly.
we like stuff to look as real as possible. But tell me what you think of this way of looking at it. Take that lure you were just holding up. So green mackerel, green back, gold flank, white belly, black mackerel bars on the back. Is the point for it to, how do I explain it? The black bars mean trolling at speed for the majority of the time. The black bars would probably mean nothing. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I think so. I'm certainly.
Or
By the way, I'm not saying. I'm opening this up because I might be completely wrong. They might give off an amazing effect under the water.
but
But
can I
think
make an argument? All the fish needs to do is catch those black bars for an absolute split second as it catches the flank and catches light on the right just at the right split second for the fish to go, that's a mackerel, eat it. Because we do know with a lot of these pelagics, they'll follow lures sometimes for hundreds of meters, trying to work out what it is and what it's doing. By having as much detail as possible, does it give you, it's like a 1%er in lure. Does it give you the opportunity to catch that microsecond where everything lines up, where the angle that the fish is coming in on with the light and the way it hits that lure at the perfect angle and it resembles something natural is enough to trigger a bite?
I love that. And I love the 1%. What is the 1%er in a lure and who's nailed that? And there's examples over history and to this day where there are lures that just get it done and you've got to, what is that 1%er? And that's a whole other conversation.
Because what about, so take a slimy mackerel because it's a great example. When slimies are harassed, stressed and up and about, do they glow up like a striped marlin?
Don't know.
So are you trying
I think the following of the lure, as you mentioned, is something that I remember having my mind and my mindset shifted slightly on that because you're right. Back in the day, this is a bit of a throwback, and Al McGlashan, we've had him on the show, and he's a champion fella. He released a video or was it DVD? I can't remember. Either way, it was fucking ages ago. When he did the Strike Zone DVDs or the Strike Zone series, and he did one in Yellowtail Kingfish, and obviously was obsessed with them back then as well, and watched it. And there was a whole bit where he filmed underwater, which was very rare back then, trolling live baits, and these kingies would follow these live baits for felt like ages. Just working it out, and that was a real live bait. So, and it sometimes just took, there might have been 6 following it, and the 7th one at the back just goes, "Fuck that, I'm eating it."
Yep.
So
because it's catching everything at the right moment. I had a similar experience fishing out of Portland with Simon Rinaldi, one Arvo, and we'd been trolling around for ages, and not much had been happening, and we finally got a bite, and it ended up being a double. We got 2 fish anyway. We got those fish in, spread back out, we take off, and Simon goes, "Did you notice that I did anything different there?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I just tapped the throttle. I just needed those fish could have been following those lures for who knows how long."
Yeah.
But by adjusting the speed ever so slightly, and he didn't change, it was just tap the throttle. I can't remember if it was up or down. I don't think it really mattered. But is that enough to kick a lure? If a fish has been mesmerised by a lure doing exactly the same thing for hundreds of metres and a slight speed change gets it to kick just a little bit harder or a little bit less and it catches that perfect angle that gives something like the black bars a chance to catch, can be something just inside a strike.
And listen, and I know it's a bit of a can of worms, this one, which is good, and this is what we do. And I really want the community to get involved with this, and we'll ask it across socials on a tile, but I might bundle together a few of these lures, skirts, and a few hard bodies, and just maybe do a little vid, just trying to. And by the way, I don't think there's a right or wrong or a definitive yes or no, but it's a fascinating conversation. And I think what I'm really keen on is to hear from the community about your experiences and your thoughts, because I guarantee you there'll be someone listening right now who's going, it's simple. ... And
Have you
I'm fascinated by it, and I'd love to hear it, to be honest.